Hi, Kim.
Hello, hello, everyone. Happy
Hey,
Friday.
happy Friday. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm good. I am good.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good, good. Great day today.
That's right. Beautiful outside. Welcome everyone to Free Financial Fridays. We're excited to be here and be live at 7. We are still working through the updates that Facebook has not Facebook, the updates that Zoom has made. So it hasn't allowed us to easily go live on Facebook, but we are live on YouTube, which will stream to our Facebook group. So welcome and thank you for bearing with us. It is the last Friday in May. So we are headed into the month of June, and we are looking forward to continuing to be on Fridays and sharing valuable information. We've just ended our credit repair series or our credit repair challenge. So thank you everyone who joined in on that. That was incredible and beneficial information, especially for those who are looking to build, repair, or maintain their credit. So tonight we are actually going to show you our credit repair system, what it looks like in the back office so that you can see. And if you are looking to, again, build, repair, maintain, if you have credit repair questions, if you're looking to make a major purchase, such as a vehicle or a home, you want to make sure that your credit is in good standing, but not just that it's in good standing, that you understand credit, so that you know what moves you need to make and what strategies to put in place. So Greg is going to take us through that tonight. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us and we would be glad to help you. If you're wanting to jump in on the credit repair program, I used it to help build my credit score. That helped me put me in a great position to be able to buy my home several years ago. So it definitely works. And then I can't unlearn the strategy. So that is wonderful. So, Greg, are you there?
Yeah, but I'm not quite ready yet.
Okay. Kim, you want to say anything about the credit repair system or credit
Yes,
system?
yes, it's a wonderful tool. And I did the same thing a few years ago because I was living in an apartment and I was paying a lot of rent. And it just dawned on me, it was like, well, you need to buy a house. And so I bought my condo, but I had to fix my credit. It wasn't where I thought it was because I didn't pay much attention to it. Because sometimes if you don't need it, you don't pay attention, but you need to
Right.
pay attention to it, because it'll be there when you need it just right, and you have to keep
Hmm.
working on it too,
Yeah.
get those credit reports. A lot of people don't realize because of COVID and the pandemic, you can get your credit report once a week free. It used to be once
Hmm.
a year, but now it's once a week. So you can pull it as much as you need to.
Right. And so, great things to know. And just the simplest of things to look for on your credit report. I know when I went into the bank, my expectation was, oh, they'll tell me how much I can get. But when they saw my credit score, they said, how much do you want? I said, okay. But knowing financial strategies, I'm like, it's still not really how much do you want, because I understand where my limits are and what I can and cannot afford. So again, if you're making major purchases, you may not need to take all of what is offered to you. So that's where you need to make sure you have a budget in place, look at what your expenses are, kind of project out what those will be so that you know what you can afford. You good, GSAT?
Yeah, I believe I am. Hello, hello,
Awesome.
hello.
Hey, hey.
That's some great information, you guys. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
All right. This past month, I think we went through all the different elements of your credit report, of showing you how to repair your credit report, how to maintain your credit report, and how to grow your credit scores. So tonight, we're going to show you a tool that we offer that puts it all together. And it's so detailed, so simple, you won't even believe it. You're going to be like, wow, it's amazing. I know I said it when I first saw it. So, wait, can you guys see my screen?
We can see you.
So this is what we call the My Credit System. And as you can see, this total system, as far as watching the videos, is only 24 minutes and 33 seconds long. You can sit down in less than half an hour and be armed with all the knowledge that you need to repair your credit. But you're going to need more than video. Right? You're going to have your steps. You're going to need the person that invited you out and that gave you this system. All right. And these trainings, and we'll show you and help you step by step on how to achieve your goals. So let's look at it real quickly. Plus, there's a welcome video. I'm not gonna look about that, but look at step one. The first thing you got to know, and I think Tiffany went over it briefly, you need to pull your credit report. I mean, not Tiffany, but Kim talked about how you can get it. Is it every week now?
Yes, you can get it once a week.
Once a week. So you need to pull your credit report. That's the first thing, because you need to know what's on your credit reports. And you need to pull all three of your credit reports because each one can be different. In our system, not only do we give you a quick video how to do it, we also give you the links on websites where you can do it. The one she's talking about, we'll talk about the most, is annualcreditreport.com. In our system, all you have to do is click on are y'all seeing the change when it changed over? Did it go to annualcreditreport.com?
Yes, it did.
Okay, because I can't see it from here. Okay, I see it. All right. And what you want to do is you want to come in and you want to request all three of your credit reports. Okay. It's going to take you through some questions. Some questions may seem a little strange to you because you're going to be like, I don't think I have this on my credit report. But that's okay. Just say, no, not yours. Don't know anything about it. But they're just trying to make sure that you're the person that's requesting these reports. So right here it says request your free credit reports. And don't, so we're going to show you how to get all three of your credit reports. Yeah, move this floating bar out the way. Let's see here. All right, let's go back. The second one that we suggest you use is called the myfico.com. Your FICO score is really the main score. That's the one that most of the lenders and institutions use to tell or to judge your creditworthiness. And my FICO will give you that straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. And also with my FICO, there are several different types of FICO scores. You have one for mortgages, you have one for auto loans, and different things of that nature. Can you think of any other ones, Kim, or you mainly use ones for mortgage?
Yeah, mortgage and cars, and I think utilities too. I think utilities have one, so they'll go and look at your score for that when you get on utilities, because you know
Okay. Now this one,
a lot of
oh,
utilities, if your credit's not
he kind of broke up.
dropped, we can't hear you. Did you drop, Greg?
Somebody dropped.
It
Okay.
was you. You dropped Kim.
Oh, I did?
Uh-huh. We can hear you now, though.
Okay, so did y'all hear me say utilities? And if your score is low, they will charge you a deposit to get your utilities turned on.
Oh, we didn't hear you, but I'm glad that you said that.
So credit affects all aspects of your life that you don't even realize. Even with renting a car, also, doesn't it? And your insurance.
Yes, definitely. Yes, it does.
Awesome. So my FICO is another way you can get your scores. Only thing is you have to pay. They have some pay features in different plans, so that's going to be up to your budget. But it's good to get this because it gives you your scores also. The other one just gives you your credit report. So when you're first starting out and you're trying to build it and you want to keep an eye on it, this may be your better choice. Again, it's up to you. But we tell you the advantage and disadvantages of both in our system. After you pull your credit report, the second thing we teach you how to do is to freeze the secondary bureaus. And you're like, what are secondary bureaus? Okay, well, as you can read it right here, before you begin disputing errors on your credit report, you're going to want to freeze your credit file on secondary consumer reporting agencies that contain information that the big three bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, use to verify credit data. So what happens is during this dispute process, you're gonna we're going to be asking them to verify that it is your account. Now, most of the time, these agencies are going to go to the secondary bureaus and verify and say, hey, is this a good account? But if you freeze these bureaus, they are not allowed to give information to these bureaus. That makes sense? So we're going to teach you how to freeze three of the main ones. Again, we have the resources that you go through, the advanced ARS, you have Innovis, you have LexisNexis, and SageStream. Two of these have already merged together, so it's only going to be three. But we're going to teach you how to go in, freeze these bureaus, and that's going to make the process of clearing up your credit a lot easier. Okay. Step 3, check for errors.
Can I say something real quick, Greg? I have
Absolutely.
a friend who did step 2, but then they were going to um, make a purchase where they needed their credit run. So they unfroze it. And right when they unfroze it, someone like did something like tried to make a purchase using their information
Mhm.
or was trying to use their credit. So it is very handy to be able to freeze secondary bureaus.
Absolutely.
Very, very handy.
And one other thing, Greg, before you go down to the bottom. So would you slide down for the secondary bureaus? Slide down. Okay, so up under, come on down a little bit more. So right here, where it says the 50 consumer reports, so when you click on that, you'll also find that you can freeze your utilities, your rent, you can freeze that stuff too. There's secondary, there's more that you can freeze, especially if you're trying to do something. There's a list of the ones that you can freeze, not just the main ones. You can also go a little further and freeze some more.
Absolutely. And just go through it, I guess. You can look at it real quick. You can't see this, right? Yeah. But yeah, there's many more bureaus that you can use. Okay, as she mentioned. If you're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah, so
Makes
whatever
sense?
you're trying to do, look at that and see if you need to freeze one of those also that may
Right.
pertain to what you're trying to do.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Step 3, check for errors. Once you get your credit report, now you need to know what to look for and what you want to dispute. Again, we give you a video that tells you what to do and how to do it, but here's another document that we give you to look for common errors. Common errors. Errors and identity is the main one, I think. The first one we should do. Right? Wrong name, wrong phone number, wrong address, wrong birth date. You want to clear all of these up first before you start doing the other ones. And when I say wrong name, like my name is, you'll see me as Gregory, but it might have Greg. It could have Greg as S as a middle name. And if I don't have an S in my middle name, we're going to tell them take that out. If I have to choose whether I want them to call me Greg or Gregory. Can't be both on my credit report. So little things like that. If you're not employed in that job that you worked at, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, get that taken off. If it's an old phone number, you want that taken off. Addresses, uh, birthday, social security numbers, you got to check to make sure all of that information is correct. So that's one of the first things you're going to do. All right. And incorrect accounts that can result from identity theft. Okay. So again, we take you step by step on how to do this. We have the videos that tell you how to do this, and we have trainings that also help you with this information. Let's look at account errors, closed accounts, reported as open, incorrect reporting of account status, incorrect account numbers, all kind of things, incorrect date of last payment, date open, date of first delinquency. These are things that can that's that is that is, if incorrect, can get those items removed. So the thing is, anything that's incorrect, outdated, unverifiable, any of that can get removed from your credit report. And again, we will show you, help you, and teach and train you how to do it. Even if the balance is incorrect, it has to be taken off. Okay. So things you think are small and minute can be big when it comes to getting your credit report or scores up. It makes sense?
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Step 4. Now you're going to start the dispute process. Now, this is where people get a little nervous and thinking, oh man, I got to write these letters and dispute this and do that and do this. It's very simple. We make it very simple. Okay. There's 4 main dispute letters. I'm going to show you in a second what they are. But we're going to give you again a video that explains this to you, show you how to do it. And then when it's done, we got the identity dispute letter, credit inquiry dispute letter, credit dispute letters 1 through 5, debt validation, goodwill letters, all kind of letters, okay? Even for medical, right? But you don't have to worry about writing them or anything like that, because in our system, you come, right here. All you have to do is just have this information filled in once. Okay. Date of birth, social security number. Depending on which credit bureau has the error, remember, you want to look at all 3 credit bureaus, but you make sure that only one, if Equifax has an error and you don't see it on Experian, you don't see it on TransUnion, don't send a letter to Experian and TransUnion. Just send it to Equifax. Okay. That's all explained to you as to why in our system. But give you an example, these are some of the letters that you can send out. Like I said, the main one is the verification dispute letter, method of verification, violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act's rights letter, and intent to litigate. Of course, again, we got HIPAA law violations, identity dispute, pay for delete. We'll explain to you each and every one of these and help you decide which one you need to do. But these 4 are the main ones. The first one is you wanted to verify that it is your account, right? The second one, you want them to prove that it's your account. If you don't get anything done after that, you're going to say, hey, wait a minute. I gave you 30 days for this one. I gave you 15 days for this one. Right? If they don't respond back, you're in violation of my rights because these are laws, right? These aren't just you saying things. This is the law, okay? And let me give you a quick example. Let's say the identity dispute letter. Show you just how simple it is. Click that. So you want to send it to Equifax, right? You say the name was incorrect. Say the date of birth. We're going to say it was all incorrect on all of these. Social security number, address, employer. One of the things we're going to teach you now is your choice, but it's better if you get it notarized. Okay. Notarized makes it legitimate. Notarized makes it so that they see it and say, uh-oh, this is not one of those just computer generated letters out of nowhere. It's notarized. Okay. And once you do that, you just do a preview. It's going to have your name and address up here, your social security number, date of birth, which credit bureau. It's already going to have the address filled in. Matter of fact, let me just do a now. So you can actually see. And just a sec.
While Greg's pulling down the letter, I just want to mention, if you need to get it notarized, you can go to your bank and they'll notarize it free. If you can't get to your bank, at least where I'm at, the UPS store, they notarized it. It wasn't that much to get it notarized by them, but I paid them to notarize something I had when I couldn't get to the bank. Because sometimes the bank be closed, and you can't get to it and you want to get your letters out.
UPS store?
Yeah, where I'm at, it was, and the bank told me that they do it at the UPS store, and they did. They did.
Well, I hadn't heard that one. That's something new I've learned. Great. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to think that the banks and credit unions did them for you. But a friend of mine down here said, nope, you couldn't get them to do it.
Really?
Yep.
Mine do here. Well, I guess maybe it
Oh,
depends on the bank. And sometimes they do try to give you a hard time, but they do it
yep.
for free because sometimes they don't always have the notary person on duty, up there that day, but they usually at least supposed to have one that's there because they have several that they can notarize things. So they're supposed to have at least one there. So, sometimes they probably didn't have a person there, but yeah, mine have always been free.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
PNC Bank, definitely. Definitely.
Now here's an example of what that letter prints out once you get that information that we put in. And actually, you really didn't put any information in other than in the beginning where it had your name, address, date of birth. It's going to put in the date. Remember, I clicked on Equifax. So this is for Equifax. It has the address in it. Okay. And it says, to whom it may concern, upon inspection of my credit report, I notice that the following information is incorrect. All right. My full name is blank. There should be no other names listed on my report. Please remove any other names you have listed at, that are incorrect. Same thing with the date of birth, social security number, uh, mailing address, your employer, so on and so forth. All you have to do is sign it, print it, date it, and give 2 forms of ID. Okay. And this is the notary. It's already printed out for you. Right. All they do is have to sign it, stamp it, and you're good to go. Is that simple? I mean, can't get any more simpler than that. Now let's look at a different letter real quick. Slope that goes into a little more detail. Let's see, where am I? Go. So that was this one. Let me get rid of the floating icon that always gets in the way when you're doing Zoom. Okay. Let's real quickly. Let's look at the first letter when you get ready to dispute. I said that would be the verification dispute letter. Okay. We're going to send this to Experian and put an account name, ABC Company. We're going to do the account number, 234 XXXX. Okay. We're going to include a notary in this one. We're going to download this letter. This one you see on my screen, right? Tiffany Kim.
Yes, we can see it.
Now see how quick that was? Now look at this. It has, again, it already has your information and you put that in once. Name, address, date of birth, the date. This one was sent into Experian. So it has Experian's address in here. Right? Then to whom it may concern, please accept this letter as my formal written request for the following items on my credit report to be investigated. And it says, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So here, right here, it's going to give them the exact law. All right. So you are required by federal law to conduct a reasonable reinvestigation to determine whether the disputed information is inaccurate and record the current status of the disputed information or delete the item from the file before the end of a 30-day period, beginning on the date that you receive this notice. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. All right. So here it is. It's your right, right, to dispute these. Whether it is yours or not, you still want to dispute it. Again, we'll talk about that when, if you get the system, we'll teach and train you how to do that and why that is the case, that you can dispute whether it is yours or not, because you're trying to clean up your credit report. Not trying to get rid of your debt, but we're trying to show you how to clean up your credit report. Okay. There's an account number that we put in. Okay. Again, sign it, print it, date it, 2 forms of verification, and get it notarized. Can't get any simpler than that. All right. Again, so again, we have all the letters in here. Next, once you get your dispute letters out, I'm going to show you how to mail. I don't see what is in it, but we're going to show you how to mail them also. Okay. You want to send them certified signature because you want to make sure that they sign it and they're dated. So when you get that piece of paper back, that's part of your documentation that you're going to keep them because the clock starts from the time that they sign for this letter. They got to have 30 days. All right. And the other one is 15 days and other days, but they may vary. You may have to give them a little more leeway on some of them, but at least you know when the clock started. Okay. We're going to teach you about credit utilization. Tiffany, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Credit utilization is basically you want to manage how you use your credit. So if you're using a credit card, for example, you want to make sure that your balance is low on that credit card. It's great to keep it less than 10%, but the closer to zero, the better. So every card has a max amount that you can purchase with the card. So let's say your card limit is $1,000, then you want to stay below 10% of that. You don't want to spend more than 10%. If you do, you want to pay it down as quickly as possible because when you do, that improves or increases your credit utilization. So you want to be careful not to like get close to your limit because those are things that can allow your credit score to go down as your credit utilization goes up. And then paying off debt will also help your credit utilization. And it's 30% of your score. So it's a huge area. You control all of these areas. So it's a huge area to make sure that you understand and make sure that you are working and strategizing to keep it low.
Awesome, awesome. So again, we show you, teach you, train you how to improve your credit utilization, including how to eliminate debt or help you eliminate debt, how to get extra income to eliminate debt. All righty. Down to the end. Build better credit. Build credit. Most people say, okay, how can I build credit when my credit is bad? There are some things that you can do. There's some programs and some cards out here that can help you build your credit along the way and get new credit at the same time. Right? Here we give you some examples of different credit builder loans that can help you. We give you different examples of some secure credit cards that you can use to help build your credit. Me, I personally like Discover It because you put, like it says, $200 on it, 300, whatever you want to put on it. You use it like the way Tiffany explained, wisely, and pay off it every month. And after a certain amount of months, they will give you your money back, okay? And they give you a secure credit card. And then if you keep on paying it faithfully, right, they'll increase your credit limit. So these are ways to help with your utilization, okay? And most of the time, these are ways that even if you have bad credit, there's a way for you to get credit. And we're going to show you that also. Here's another thing.
Greg, will you talk a little bit about the credit loan builder?
Yep, that's where we go right here.
That's it.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, the self visa. Is that the self visa? Because that said it must be rolled in the self lender credit loan builder. Where's that at?
This one right here?
Yeah, but it says that you have to be enrolled in this part, the self-lender credit loan builder. I haven't
Right.
seen that. So
It's
yeah, maybe
it's
click. Go ahead, Tiffany.
Yeah.
it's the first one under the credit builder
Oh,
loan.
so yeah, it's part of self. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, it's part
Mhm.
of the self program, which is right here. Okay, we have the links to them that shows you how to the credit loan builders are like there's different types of, as we talked about over the past month, you have different types of loans. You have a installment loans, and you have I don't know why I always get this revolving credit. You have revolving credit and have installment credit. Uh, they like to look at how you handle different types of credit. Installment credit, like car loans and mortgages and things of that nature. Some people say, "Well, I don't have a mortgage," so you have things like these. Credit strong itself. They set up programs where you purchase a CD, depending on the price. It's up to you, and you make monthly payments on that CD. Say it's a $500 CD. Right? You're making monthly payments until that CD reaches 500. You don't get the CD at the time. You get it after you pay for it. But in the meantime, the payments that you're making is reported to the credit bureaus. So now you're building credit. You're showing you're making payments every month. You're making them on time, and you got some history of good credit payments. Then at the end, you get that value of the CD, right? And that can be used, so to speak, for your emergency fund because we're always talking about emergency funds around here, or many emergency funds. You just never know. But you can kill two birds with one stone with this one. So you'll get you an installment type of loan and a way to help start building your emergency fund. Any input on that, guys? Ladies? So,
No.
Thank you.
yeah. But yeah, that self comes under the self program right here. Again, we have all the links to it, so you don't have to go look up anything. You can just get started. And again, we have lots of people that can help train you. We have lots of credit training. Matter of fact, tomorrow we have what we call Super Saturday. And we have breakout rooms where if you just want to learn about credit, ask questions about credit, you can get all those questions answered if you're in business with us. Those are for members only, so to speak. Okay. And see, that's it. So just think about this. All of this information we just showed you, all these resources we just showed you, it's only $39.95 to get started and $39.95 a month. Okay. We just had some of us had a Memorial Day sale. It was $19.95. Right. You never know. You talk to somebody, they might be able to get you started for $19.95. And then the best part about it, not only are you building your credit, learning about finances, but that $39.95 a month is a tax deduction. Isn't that something? So you get a tax deduction, you're improving your credit, you're improving your finances, and you learned it all right here on Free Financial Fridays.
Yes.
All right. Everybody got, I can't see the Facebook page.
Oh, let me see.
I don't know if there's any questions. Kim, you want to add anything?
No, that was very good. That was excellent.
Can I throw your name out there? You know what I mean?
Of course, always.
All right. Well, now some people look at this and say, I still don't want to do this. I can't, I just don't have the time, even though this doesn't take much time, as you just saw, right? We went through this in 20, 30 minutes. Just the whole system, right? I even show you how to do letters in less than 5 minutes. But if for some reason you just need for somebody to help you do it, Miss Kim, you want to give your information? Or do you just want us to put it in the Facebook group. Say, I need help.
Yeah, yeah, they haven't put it in Facebook. But matter of fact, I have one person I'm supposed to be calling tonight, and I sent her the Spencer Live to maybe come on here and see what we're doing. So yeah, so I'm still doing helping with the credit repair. So yeah, so to have put them on the Facebook. Thank
Okay. So if you need some help and you just don't want to do it yourself, just let us know by putting it in the Facebook group, and we'll get you some help. Okay?
you. Great. We have a new
Uh,
visitor, this Margie.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, fine. I'm driving, but I wanted
Okay.
to be present at your meeting in case I can pick up some information that would help me.
Okay.
Thank you for joining.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you tried to get on Team Achievers last night, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I think you tried to get on Team Achievers last night, didn't you?
I did, but I think it wasn't. It was a private meeting, I think.
No, I think you got on kind of late.
Oh, that's, yeah. I have to
Yes.
figure out these times,
Okay.
We're moving, and that's not a good excuse, but we're moving and doing garage sales and all kinds of things, that could be negative, but they just, they're just things I'm dealing with. But I'm still working on the business anyway.
Awesome.
Maybe, but I'm still there, trying to be.
Fantastic. You have any
Yeah.
questions about, we just finished the training, but do you have any questions about the credit system?
The credit, I was looking at the cash flow manager. Is that under that heading?
No, not quite.
No, not that. Okay. Credit. Well, let's see about credit. What I know about credit is I was first supposed to get my score and sign up with FICO, and then adjust my score, W4P, and then I froze my secondary, and then later, I ordered a credit report from the three big ones. And then Spencer said later that we should also order a credit report by the secondaries.
You know what? You just verified what we just talked about. It sounds like you're following step by
I
step.
finally remembered to. Is that what you just spoke about? Okay.
Now, this is great because
Yeah,
you
I'm
doing
trying
step by
to
step.
do that, and also I made myself a little chart of the three people that I got in to keep track of if they remembered, because I didn't remember. Spencer helped me remember, so I'm trying to help them remember to do all the steps so that they can be successful too. I'm not successful yet, but I'm on my way. I'm headed in the right direction. I know that now.
I think you're successful because you started.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
that is awesome. I'm listening to you, and that is really
Well, they say beginning is half there then.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. How do you keep track of the people on your team? Is there some of our software? Is there some of our software that helps us keep track of them? of what they've gotten done, or if they missed any steps, because they're all three very sincere. They want to be successful, but they are not very organized. I think a lot of people are not, they don't have their goals written down.
You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
The steps to be their reminder on the in a bunch of trees. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now. Yeah, but you broke up a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, there are a lot of trees along this road.
Yeah.
We moved out to the country.
Well, I'll tell you what, on our next week, on our Team Achievers, we'll go over
Uh-huh.
all these things that you had just asked about in more details, because that's when we go into details on building the business.
Okay. Team Achievers, and that's on which night?
Thursdays at 8.
Thursdays at 8.
Yes, ma'am.
So I get on 7:30 with Spencer, and then immediately how to find it from there. So the screen goes blank when Spencer finishes. So then I think I have to click the X to make the screen go away. And then I go back to Spencer's website, and I scroll down and I find the Thursday meeting at 8, I think. I think it's
Correct.
on there.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
you got it.
that's what we have to do, because I have a whole long, across the top of my screen, I have a whole bunch of Zooms, but they're over. So I just have to click them and get rid of them, right?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
they're no longer any good, right?
Uh-oh, sorry. Okay. All righty. We appreciate you getting
Okay.
on.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Is there any meeting after this one now?
No, ma'am.
None after this one. Okay.
Don't forget tomorrow's tomorrow we
Right.
have Super
Right.
Saturday
Oh,
tomorrow.
yes. I set my alarms on my phone, so I won't miss it or be late. Try not to. Uh-oh, I better put my phone down. I see policeman. Okay, well, I'm sorry I missed your meeting. I hope I didn't interrupt. And I thank you for being so kind and
Problem.
helpful.
Problem. Tiffany, you want to close us out?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you all for joining us. We look forward to being back with you next Friday. So we have a wonderful and safe weekend.
Yeah. You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
All
everybody.
right. Thanks, Kim.
Bye-bye.